Crusader Kings, HIP, here we go. Why are we not playing as Otter Smasher? Well, a couple of days ago, obviously, I started this series, then had to take a couple of days off because of some commitments that came up in real life very, very suddenly and unexpectedly. So I had to deal with those. But we are back. I've not abandoned this, don't worry. What's the plan? Well, unfortunately, one of those mods I installed as part of the previous series kind of went a bit AWOL, kind of burnt the save game down, and every month, at the start of every month, it would just crash. Despite all of my tweaking, and it was just an issue with the save game because we started with the mod enabled on that save game. There was no way to unfortunately pull it out short of starting again, which is what we're going to do. So unfortunately, Otter Smasher, you are gone, my friend. We're going to start as a new character. Now, you guys know I love playing as the underdog, you know, start with the Alien Restoration on the channel. We're playing Dwemer in the Elder Kings. Who is the equivalent of the underdog? Who's the biggest underdog? The biggest character that's fallen from grace in Europe? Oh god, rest in peace, Otter Sharptongue. Otter Sharptongue? You were Otter Smasher. I don't know what happened with that. Anyway, who is the biggest underdog in Europe in 1066 to roughly 1080? I think is actually going to be our start date. That's right. Those of you at home who are astute and eagle-eyed and perceptive know exactly who we're going to play as here. The underdog dynasty, the big boys themselves, House Karling, fallen from grace. They are a single Comtesse, apparently. I assume that's French for Countess. That's all they've got left. They've fallen from being the rulers of the Carolingian Empire, which obviously basically split into France and the HRE, to a single lady who is 18 and raring to go. Except we're going to do this my style. I know a couple of people have done this playthrough before, but, you know, I feel like it's within brand of the channel for me to take historical dynasty and ruin it. Shout out to my boy Julius Nepos. But here's my twist on it. We have the ability to, with HIP, make a fully custom Karling that will replace this woman, but will still be the last surviving Karling, if that makes sense. She'll still be around. But we can, with HIP's dynasty selector, here we are, custom ruler dynasty, basically select any existing character and join their dynasty and then pick what relation we are. You might have seen this in the Game of Thrones mod if you've ever played that before. So this is going to be my little twist on it. We're not going to play a truly historical character. We're going to make our own Karling with blackjack and hookers. Did I already say that? I think that might have been last take when I fucked it up. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Ethnicity, that I'm going to assume is French. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're going to change that one immediately. Honestly, I don't really care that much. We're going to play as... I've got to think of a name now. A valid... Oh my god, the variation in these faces are nuts. Look at this. There's obviously something added by HIP, but they look like... you know, actual humans might look like. I don't know. They look a little bit waxwork to some extent. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to do exactly what we did last series. Ready? We're just going to hit the random button until we get our boy. Ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. There he is. Oh, Lord. Can I make him look a little bit... there were some kind of scary eyes. There they are. Perfect. Wow. That is the face of beauty right there. That's the face of a man who's going to restore the Karling dynasty. Am I right? Coat of arms. We've got to keep House Karling, because we're gonna join that house anyway. We can customize it when we've joined that house. You, my friend, are going to be, again, this doesn't matter because we'll just adopt it when we get in game, but for posterity's sake, I'm going to call him Karling. First name, we need a classic French name because, you know, they were king of the Franks, which I think were actually Germanic. Now they're like, you know, French traitors, basically. So instead, what are we going to call my dude? Well, that's a great question. I've got to think of my finest French name. Nailed it. Okay, so what about his education? Well, I honestly don't really know. We do have Ruler Designer unlocked. I believe that is part of HIP, because like I said last time, I didn't actually install this myself. What are we going to do for this dude? Well, it's going to be an underdog story, so I think Elusive Shadow. How frequently do I play an intrigue character? Well, the answer to that is never. That was rhetorical for the most part. We're going to play an intrigue character because I think this could be cool. It could be interesting, something I've not really done. Go for a mixture of intrigue, diplomacy, kind of what I was going to do with the last series before it all went a bit tits up. So, wow, what are we going to do with this dude? I don't want to go too crazy with him, but I do like the idea of at least starting in a particularly favorable position. Again, we're not going to go crazy with it. Why don't I let the game decide? Why don't we randomize it, but keep our education? Because obviously with HIP, basically you can add any old traits and it will just flip it into something, you know, a little more relevant. So why don't we pick a couple of traits, lock them in, and then randomize the rest, and then see what type of character we end up with. Again, I'm going to lock in Elusive Shadow, and we'll say to make it fair, I'll pick one other inheritable trait, and that one can also be immune to the randomization. Everything else, we'll just let the game go crazy with it. We'll let it go hog wild. Immaculate, probably not a bad plan. Obviously, there is Prodigy, of course. This character is blessed with a towering intellect. +6 to everything is pretty nuts, in my opinion. I don't think we want to do that one too much. Quick is still the +3. Man, I'm not entirely sure. What's good for intrigue that's a congenital trait? Honestly, not really many of them. What about, like, perceptive? That doesn't seem like a good choice of our one... Yeah, it does give +1 intrigue there. Doesn't seem a good choice for our... Well, we could go for Master Diplomat, but I feel like you can get that during gameplay, seeing as it looks like it's an education. Maybe we'll just go with, like, Genius. Maybe we'll just go for the standard Genius play and sort of see how it pans out from that. One thing I've also done is edited all of the personal combat with this congenital trait mod. I forget what it's called. I think it is actually just called Vanilla Congenital Traits. I have actually edited it so that Strong, for example, in this is the correct personal combat value, because before it was +3, because this mod isn't supported for Holy Fury. So I've made it supported with my own little tweaks here and there. Again, like Giant, same thing there. It actually has the correct personal combat value. I don't know. This is difficult. I am going to go for something like Genius. Let's go for Genius. I don't want to go for Brilliant because I feel that's... No, I feel that's a little bit too OP as well. Let's go for Wise. +4 to everything. And that will be the one thing that we will save from the randomization. Then I think we could just pick absolutely bloody anything for anything else, and it'll all just be randomized anyway. I don't know. Let's just pick a few. There we go. This seems good. Nice. There's our boy. And again, all of those but Wise will be randomized anyway, so he won't be this powerful. He might end up just being a shithead. There he is. Count Le Baguette of Vermandois, of House Karling. More importantly, how could I forget that? The sort of crux of the series. Goodbye, Comtesse Adele. A new boy's in town. That's right, it's your long-lost brother, Le Baguette. I'm legitimately a French person. Why are you questioning me? Alright, so we've got our rules already set up. I think, let me just take a quick look through here. So China is turned on. Aztecs are random. Mongols are random. That's fine. Again, I really like the Aztec and Mongol features, but I've talked about this in so many other videos. If you want to talk about that with me on Discord for why I keep these enabled always, feel free to. Okay, so this is good, I think. Retinue options. Interesting. CK2 plus, vanilla. So we can... we want to just say vanilla, I would assume, and then that will... So let's see if you want to play the vanilla retinues. That way, I imagine we'll use the HIP retinues. Otherwise, we've got the ones from Flogi's Tech mod. This mod's been updated recently, then. We're playing with HIP. Oh, shit, it's got HIP support. That's incredible. So, in theory, we should get trade routes, too. Well, even better reason to restart the playthrough, huh? Vanilla laws, we want to say... revolt system... Activate the revolt system of Flogi's Tech mod, fine, whatever. Mod decisions, vanilla decision, that seems fine. And we'll play with vanilla retinues because I imagine those will be replaced by the HIP ones. Alright, let's save these rules just in case things go horribly wrong. We're in team. I think this is a much better start. I'm personally much more attached to this campaign already because we have our classic underdog story. I love it. Alright, here we go. It crashed. Le Baguette. You are le cursed. Okay, hang on. Third time's a charm. We are now officially a fully fledged member of House Karling. La Baguette, it's la, not le, because it's feminine, and it doesn't matter, it's French crap. Our sister, Adele Karling, our brother, half-brother? Oh, he's actually our heir. Okay, fair enough. So I guess we weren't really the last Karling, technically. I suppose last landed Karling might be a better way to phrase it. Our father, Herbert of Vermandois. What relation are we to Karl? I imagine he's our great-great-great-great-grandfather. There he is. Karl the Great. Holy shit. Kaiser Karl the Great. Kaiser of the Holy Roman Empire. France, Lombardia, Aquitaine. That place, and that place with 10% Imperial Decay. He died. 100% Boy Decay. So here we are. Man, what's the plan now? You haven't really thought this one through, Genius. Oh, shit. Obviously, we have to randomize because we're very, very OP right now. So we're going to click the randomize ruler button. And then we are going to say random all characters, including mine. I'm going to see what we end up with. Honestly, that could have ended a lot worse there. We've got prolific, robust voice, pleasing, but there's so many congenital traits that I would have expected to get a handful here. Ambidextrous, left-handed, tall. Wait, ambidextrous, left-handed. Yep, nope, that makes sense. Why the hell not hurt? Do they both stack? Oh, they both give plus to personal combat. We're good with both hands, but we're very good with our left hand. We've also got Novice Fighter there. Envious, greedy, lustful, paranoid, arbitrary. It starts to fall apart towards the end pretty quickly. Paranoid, obviously, very, very good there. Arbitrary, maybe not so good, but it does give that intrigue bonus. And we have 22 intrigue, which is fairly impressive. +9 from Elusive Shadow. Left-handed gives +1 for whatever goddamn reason. Envious +2, lustful +1, paranoid +2, arbitrary +2. Not too bad. Honestly, not too bad overall. The best trait there, bar none, is prolific. I did say I would give us wise to start off with, but I'm not going to do that because honestly, I think we've got enough congenital traits here. Didn't really take into account that there are so many added by HIP and so many by the Virginia congenital traits mod. Close enough. That maybe, you know, this is fine. I think this is absolutely acceptable. What is our plan then? Well, I've got to assess the situation, I think, team. First things first, we have Carolingian blood. There we are. Look at that. Catholic opinion +5. Periodically attracts the servitude of great warriors if Catholic. We can confirm. Personal combat skill +4. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you. And Mon's prestige 0.2. A brilliant warrior as well as a great statesman. He established the Franks as the undisputed masters of Gaul and led the army that defeated the Muslims in the Battle of Tours. Karl Karling. Incredible. Well, where are we actually on the map? Where about? Okay, we're here. Fine. We're right on the border of the HRE there. Our duchy is Valar. I have no idea. Valois? I don't know. I don't speak much French. So, we actually could just create the duchy. The duchy actually does not exist. I assume it's standard sort of CK2 style. Yeah, just got to control the majority of it. 6 provinces. We've got to control 4 of them. Obviously, we've already got 1. So, we've only got to grab 3 provinces till we can become a duke. So, do we have any Casus Belli? We absolutely do. We've got Ducal Conquest, which I assume costs prestige, don't they? Piety, of all things. Or we can go for an unjust conquest. We lose 100 piety and 100 gold, so obviously we can't afford it right now. The Pope's opinion of us decreases by 15 for declaring unjust war. All landed characters of our religious group in our realm. So every French Catholic has a -15 opinion of us. Wow. That's quite a hefty war. Definitely something we don't want to do unless we're really, really desperate to grab that. Now, you guys have been demanding for ages that I play as a Catholic, so that's exactly what I intend to do this campaign. I'll try and be the best Catholic there's ever been. He says, looking at the ways to declare unjust wars. Let's get ourselves a spy master. Let's get ourselves a court chaplain. And I think maybe getting ourselves a wife probably wouldn't hurt either. What have we got then? Now, obviously, we want to play the eugenics game a little more strictly this time around, given that we have the additional congenital traits. I'm going to immediately look for a character that is a prodigy, because that trait is pretty goddamn OP. Have we got our filters still set up? Absolutely not. Fantastic. Join core, yes. Okay, join core, any. Gender, let's go women. Married, no. Oh, Diplo range, yes, and then they're all disappeared. Good. Right, okay, well, let's not try that. Let's go for, like, Genius. We do have Prolific, which I believe increases fertility by what? 30% plus Lustful as well. Takes up to a 50% bonus to fertility. So, even with a Genius wife, we've got a pretty good chance of... Oh, shit, she's good. Hello. We've got a pretty good chance of getting ourselves a Genius kid anyway, just by the virtue of having hundreds of children. She seems to have a weird rash on her neck. Anyway, welcome to court, new wife. You shall marry me, and it shall be glorious. New Karlings aplenty, which is a little bit simple to your regular CK2 player. But you know what? Like I said, they're the underdog this time around, so you got to forgive them a little bit. Boom. Adalea, Adela, and La Baguette are getting married. We can collect royal aid duty to pay for their ceremonies. 10 gold or 13 prestige. Hell of a choice. We'll go for the 13 prestige, I think, to try and get us out of the negative somewhat. Try and claw our way back. What do we want to go for to start off with? Well, let's see what plots we have available. Because if we have some fairly legitimate plots on... what about fabricating claims on titles? No. Kidnap people, fabricate evidence of treason, discredit random boys, kill our wife. Seems unreasonable. Okay, well in that case, can we also fabricate claims on just plot to fabricate treason? And that is that. So actually, it doesn't really matter too much about the plotting at this stage, unless we can get on the council. I imagine we might be elected spy master, given that we've got 22 intrigue, and obviously we are a vassal directly of the King of France there. So if this boy makes his spy master, then suddenly plotting becomes a lot more relevant, because we can sort of give ourselves a nice advantage. Obviously becoming regent as well would be pretty good. There's normally a plot to obviously become regent or replace them as regent. Yeah, this is fine. This is okay. Right now, what's the plan really? Spy on is also pretty good because it allows you to imprison people. You can invite rich characters to your court, spy on them until you eventually make up things about them that gives you reason to arrest, imprison them, banish them. That's some good gold right there. Also gives plot power increase in this one. Unfortunately, we can't tell. Oh, it's by 5%. Okay. Seduction might not be a bad plan immediately to start off with here, given that there are how many Karlings alive right now? I imagine there's quite a lot of them. 6 of them. Okay. 1 is a woman. 2 are my character's uncles. Okay, fair enough. I like the music. That's a nice little feature. Man, I'm not sure. I feel like intrigue is a pretty good way to start working away. So I'm going to go with intrigue. Why not? I said I was going to play an intrigue character. Let's actually stick to that plan. So what's our plan then? But beyond that, well, become duke seems like the most legitimate start here. Become distinguished among the nobility. Seen as pious. Amass wealth. Win a war. Win a holy war. Pledge peace. Independence, I think, is never going to happen. I think we actually want to become the King of France rather than becoming independent. Duke, become the King of France is obviously an option as well. Do we have any claims? We have no claims, despite the fact we're House Karling. I guess there are no sort of traditional dynastic claims there. I guess they've all sort of filtered out. Have a son, probably also not a terrible plan. I believe it doesn't increase fertility, though, which is normally the only reason. Yeah, you just get 10 piety. That's a bit pointless, really. Create treasury, also not too terrible. Gain 1 stewardship permanently there would be pretty huge. I'm going to go with... I'm not sure. I'm going to go with become duke. We want to rule over our own duchy. We want vassals. We want servants to, you know, begin building up the prosperity of House Karling once again. And that's a good plan. Right, our neighbours then. So, Valois, let's take a look at you. We can fabricate treason and actually maybe try and get some of these titles revoked and maybe dish them out to, well, this guy's an imbecile, so we probably want to keep this dude around. So we're looking at specifically just our de jure land. Oh, shit, Paris counts as part of that. Right, okay, so that's automatically lowering... Oh, God, and he's got 2 of them. So that's immediately lowering our... Oh, my God, he's got 3 of them. Shit, can we even become the Duke in that case? Interesting. So he's got 1, 2, 3 there. We've got 3. There should be another one somewhere else. Was it not 7 to this duchy? Oh, there's only 6 titles, and the king has 3 of them. So we actually can't become the Duke of Valois no matter what. What about a neighboring duchy then? Rethel. Let's take a look at Rethel. Well, that's pretty good. It calls itself the county, but it is actually a duchy-level title there to confuse things nicely. One dude owns both. So, in fact, if we fabricate claims, this could very quickly roll out into a new duchy-level title for us. Right, let's get ourselves a new chancellor if we can. Oh, man, that's not very good, is it? Let's see if anybody wants to join the court of the illustrious House Karling, of course. I don't see why they wouldn't. What is that? Google Chrome? Druze? Okay, fair enough. Join court, yes. Thank you. Alright, diplomacy. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Landulf, my good friend Landulf. Welcome aboard. Sorry, I almost forgot your name there. I wonder if we could establish a great council immediately. Oh, you know what? We actually might be able to. Invite to court. Stewardship, 20. Oh my God, we might be able to just have a great council immediately. Wish I'd have checked this out before we... okay, we've already got a 21 spy master who doesn't really like us, but I feel like we can get him on side. Alan as well. Okay. Wait, that's not join court, yes? Oh, he's already in my court. No? Excuse me, am I going crazy here? Where has everyone gone? Excuse me, I need to all the What? How strange. That is truly cursed. Anyway, let's wait for everybody to turn up and then put them to work. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Obviously, we only want the diplomat. That's the only reason I'm doing this, but obviously having a council of 20+ stat characters is pretty good nonetheless. I might send this dude a gift or an honorary title or something, just to try and keep him around a little bit more, because he's only got 3 opinion. Obviously, they're more likely to stay if they like you. So we're going to make him designated regent, because he's also very, very good. He's a very diplomatic man, so as a regent, I feel like he's well-suited to it. High Almoner? Why the hell not? That seems fairly useless. We got anything else we can give this dude? Apparently not. Right, so let's sack you, our new... Marshal, so we'll go for this dude, and then obviously a new steward there. Also very good. I like to keep the steward around. Don't really care much about marshals. They come and go. Steward, though, going to be very, very relevant. We'll have him a minister of the realm for a while, because obviously we have no prosperity bonuses until we become a duke, or at least we can't set crown focus, I should say. Master of the horse for you, my friend. My horsey pal. Let's go for master of the hunt on you, and let's sack you, because you're just shit. Yudes Karling. Goodbye, my friend. Pierre Karling. That's not helped out at all. Pierre Karling was also my second choice for a name. Join court? Yes. Why suddenly is everybody... Am I going insane? Hang on. Why is everybody refusing to come to court now? Is our court full? No more room at the inn? 19 characters. Maybe we're full up. Maybe there's some HIP arbitrary limit on the amount of courtiers you can have. Who cares, really? Anyway, train troops in the capital, because I do want to start fabricating claims immediately. 20% chance, yearly. We could potentially have ourselves a duchy on an average of 10 years' time, assuming that the more claims you have, the lower the chance is. Or maybe other way around, sorry. Claim fabricated, that's pretty good. What I'm thinking is, you know, maybe as we grab more land, it reduces the chance. I'm not entirely sure how the system works. That's something I should probably look into. Okay. 25% chance, so every 4 years we're going to grab ourselves a claim. That has somehow gone down, and I'm not sure why. Probably because the game hasn't quite registered yet that we've thrown him some honorary titles there. I think the more they like you, the better they are at their jobs. That's generally a rule of thumb. Right, okay, you can go and improve relations with the Pope, although I don't really trust you to do a good job, seeing as you apparently hate me. We got ourselves a new court chaplain pretty much as soon as possible. So, post-Holy Fury, I have no idea how to play a Catholic, I have no idea how the Crusade mechanics works, and I have no idea really what I'm doing at all, because I can't just rape and pillage as I see fit these days. Right, Cupbearer. Oh my God, people don't like us. Why don't you like us so much? We'll check that out in a second. Looking for a patient, diligent man to lead our education. Adela, you'll do. Oh, sorry, I said man. I meant it as in, like, human. But for sure, I said man. Also, assign commanders is fine. Seeing as I can't imagine we're going to be in too much ridiculous conflict and warfare. What's our capital look like? Honestly, pretty goddamn good. Yeah, it's not bad at all, is it there? With decent amount of levy size. Fair amount of troops, not too terrible. What is our levy size right now? 1,700. That's alright. That's not terrible. We've got ourselves a city, a bishopric, and 2 more. Well, that's pretty good holding. We've got 2 more slots there. River flooding. Oh, well, that's not very good at all. Well, that doesn't matter too much. What is the plan then? So, first and foremost, I think we're just going to kick around, have child, have babby, and then, obviously, hopefully move into here and start grabbing some land. There we go. That's what I was hoping for right there. My wife Adela is pregnant. House Karling, welcome back, my friends. Do we want to join a society? Which is better, Benedictine or Dominican? I actually have no idea. Temple build cost, learning +3, month party. I think they give exactly the same bonuses, don't they? Like of stewardship. Ah, that's more tempting. Fertility -15%. Honestly, I was going to put off joining one of these until we had more child. But seeing as we get the +50% for being prolific and lustful, and plus we've already got a kid on the way, why not? It is great honor, Conversus. Right, let's be a good Catholic this campaign. That's my goal. -15% right off the bat there. Take a vow of celibacy. That also might come in quite handy. Plus, I believe it makes you a lot more pious, isn't it? It's like +1 monthly piety if you're celibate or something like that. Stewardship is going to be quite a nice little bonus there. Obviously, the holy ascetics, ascetics, not the same thing at all. Holy aesthetics are something entirely different. That's probably coming with the Wonder Patch next update, which I'm looking forward to. What have we got? Teach virtue. Now, this is what I'm really interested in here. If we make our character good, we don't have many virtues to teach right now, but bear in mind we're going to stay part of this society for quite a while. It's really good just to be able to pick a kid in your court, pick your heir, pick your backup heir, whatever, and just immediately go boom, diligent, boom, patient. It's probably my favourite part of this society. Probably the only useful part of this society, let's be reasonable. Along with being also able to nick artifacts from local abbeys, but hopefully we'll get onto that soon. My wife needs some familiar faces around her. Absolutely comfort the lady. We've put on a, oh, what a fantastic hairline. Put on a nice crown there. That's pretty good. No idea how it isn't sliding down his head, because it's clearly way too big. He's obviously super glued that one to his scalp. A daughter. God, shit. Can we play as, what are we? Agnatic Gavelkind. Okay, then. Oh, God, Agnatic Gavelkind is horrendous. Those 2 words in that order frighten me. What are we going to call you, my daughter? Well, I need a French word. What's the first French word that comes to my mind? How about cafe? Obviously not with the accentation there. That would be way too much effort. A Wandering Warrior. Oh, shit, so this is actually from our bloodline, isn't it? Oh, excellent. Wandering Warrior is requesting an audience. It appears that the entire court is abuzz with stories of his exploits. This Baguette the Bear is seemingly of great renown. He wishes to swear fealty to me. Having heard of my relation to the legendary Karl Karling, confirmed I am a legitimate Karling Frenchman, La Baguette. Nobody would ever disbelieve me. Fantastic. Or we can sack another dude. We can sack my half-brother. Absolutely. Get out of here. I think I know who to replace. Alright, let's take a look at this dude. Oh, God, he created the duchy we wanted. Hang on. About a little bit duchy. We spy on the king. Spy on the king. King Philippe of France. I will spy on you in the hopes that you will give me a duchy. That's how that works, right? I want to check out this dude that just joined our court, actually. My council. My titles. Here we are. Badger in the Bear. Oh, 30 Marshal. Oh, God. Capable, wise, club-footed, which is a little bit unfortunate there. 30 Marshal. Bedouin Lerat. Incredible. That sounds like some shit I came up with. That's so good. The bear Lerat. It's a very confusing situation. What mammal is he tomorrow? Who knows? Let's marry you off, because honestly, I'd like to sort of kind of keep you around a little bit. Man, let's sway him. Sway the dude? No, sway the king. That seems very, a little bit more intrigue-based, perhaps. Trying to get on the king's good side. Maybe eventually he'll give us that duchy, because I'm sure he's got one of his own, right? What is he? Where are titles? Here we are. Oh, he actually doesn't have a duchy, so he's probably not that likely to give it away unless he actually goes over his limit. He may. Maybe there's going to be a big war with England coming up. Sorry? Angleterre? That's, wow, that got my blood running. Holy shit. Maybe we'll go to war with England, the kingdom of the sovereign nation of England at some stage, and maybe he'll get too many duchies. Maybe he'll give us that one if he likes us too much, although it is his capital duchy, so not going to rely on that one too much there. My boys in the Benedictine order, let's see what you can do for us. I imagine our devotion is terrible. Yeah, no, we have nothing that's given us any devotion, because we're just a horrible person. Envious, greedy, lustful, paranoid, arbitrary, not very Christian. And right on cue, William the Conqueror of Normandy is at war with the King of France. The French-English de jure war. What in the shit is that? Well, thanks, YouTube. That was good. That didn't scare the shit out of me. I've got a video on YouTube Premiere right now, which might date this video somewhat, and apparently that just played. Whoa! Man, that was so loud. I'm going to edit that down in the video. I hope that's not too loud there. Boy, that scared the life out of me. Huh. Right, okay. I thought it was music in-game. I was thinking, that's not really, doesn't really suit the game, huh? Right, so the French-English War, again, maybe what I said will come true. What have we got? 28,000 men versus the French numbers of 19,000. And is it England? Oh, wait, France actually declared the war. I suppose they do have to their advantage the fact that England will have to come and do a lot of naval landings to defend this territory. So the chances are they're probably going to lose Normandy here, which I assume is what we're at war over. I don't know where that is. Where? I have no idea. It doesn't matter too much. We should be absolutely fine. It's creating another duchy anyway, so, you know, again, sort of banking on hopefully the dude just sending us some money because he's feeling generous. Paris is already under siege. A fantastic start here. Oh, Prince Archbishop Manasseh of Reims has arrived unexpectedly at Vermandois, asking for your audience. You suspect the man intends to convince you to join his tradition faction, and indeed, when you meet at the gates, he's all smiles and eager to discuss business. I'd be glad to join your faction, my friend. Do you want to do that? Do a pleasant meeting, but do I want to join the tradition faction? That's a great question. So we've got the glory faction, tradition faction, court faction. I feel like the court faction is a little more appropriate, huh? Granting a land title to any member. I'm going to join the court faction. Send him where I enjoy a pleasant meeting, but promise him nothing. I think that's probably a safe bet. We don't want to make any enemies this early on. Well, this is going swimmingly. Well done. Good work, team. Let's launch an offensive war against a guy that we can't beat who has twice our number of troops. Incredible. The capital's burning. My own provinces are almost on the chopping block here. There's still a province away, though. We're good. Perhaps I could increase the king's opinion of me if I sent him a gift. No. Sod off. I can't afford that. That's absurd. What do we want to do with our money in the early game? Well, honestly, I want to check out the buildings, because obviously we do have Flogi's... Oh, wrong province. We do have Flogi's tech mod. Now, are we going to go for the true intrigue route? Or are we going to use intrigue as a springboard into bigger things? Are we going to use it to, you know, incite rebellions, into setting up enemies to go to war with? Or are we going to use that as the sort of true driving force of the campaign? What I'm getting at is, are we going to need armies? What's a good first thing to invest in is the real question. Well, anything that gives tax, to be honest, because I imagine 2.89 is not bad for a count, for a single county count. Wooden castle. Obviously, I think going for... If we're playing tall, which is essentially what we're going to be forced into, right? I think if we want to do this, going fully into intrigue and diplomacy to start off with is a good plan. Obviously, the Council Hall 2, for the general opinion, is probably not too terrible. Fingers crossed that this society does a lot for us right now, because we're very limited in what we can personally do until our councillors sort of get the ball rolling, you know, fabricate claims, that type of thing. When we become a duke, then we're in a good situation. Obviously, the ultimate goal of this campaign would be to, I guess, unify France and the HRE and sort of reclaim all the Karling land. I don't want to have a whole series where we go and form the Roman Empire again, because I think we've already done that, twice now. So that's not particularly relevant, but I think we've got a difficult enough task as it is to just reclaim everything House Karling has lost. I didn't realize we didn't have any claims. That, I will admit, is maybe our sister who lost. No, she's got nothing. Man. Okay, this is going to be interesting then. This is going to be a very, very difficult start. I'm missing the more comforting aspects of faith. Yes, secluded penance. This is good, because this can obviously give us... well, firstly, it can remove some of our negative, or I should say sinful traits. Not necessarily negative, because obviously, I would say lustful is a very good stat, personally. But it will give us the chance of getting virtues as well. And like I said, if we can get ourselves patient or diligent, start building up the, start building up the bloodlines, getting some of the congenital traits in, also using this society to give them non-congenital traits that are also very positive. Like I said, patient, kind, anything like that. Adela is pregnant again. Thank God the minus 15% fertility from being an ascetic monk is obviously not doing that much. Please stay away. Please, for the love of God, stay away. They're a single province away. End this war. Minus 62% immediately. How long have we been playing? 4 years. 4 years already. Jesus. We will do our part for the faction. Of course we will. Proposal for the payment of membership dues passed. Now I must pay my share. Oh, well, that's fine though. I suppose if we become the leader of the faction, then we probably get a nice cut of that. So, do we want to gain patron of the arts? Bear with me, it's not finished. This brilliant work in the world needs to see it. We gain +1 diplomacy for 10 years and lose 55 gold. Man, is that worth it? No, I'll take the piety instead, my dude. That's a lot of money. I cannot make sense of the passage in the Bible. The words are archaic, and their meaning is simply hidden by copious layers of symbolism. There's no shame in asking for help. 65% chance of success or 75% chance of failure on that one. Obviously, we'll go for this one then. Why wouldn't we? Oh, my chaplain is an ignorant idiot. Pierre Karling, you ignorant idiot. Ah, this is good. Father calls Cafe, pulling my arm. I'm going to read that cave from now on. Pleading to play with her in their latest story. Absolutely, we want kind. The diplomacy buff is quite nice, but not only that. Oh, it's -4 to intrigue, apparently. Oh, you know what? I bet it's because we lost envious? Wait, envious is the opposite of kind. Is that right? Anyway, God has shown me the light. I have made progress doing penance. This is good. Maybe because we became kind. Anyway, kind is obviously very good for... used to be very good. It's not so much anymore there. Intrigue -2 is obviously not great. Diplomacy +1 though. Yeah, alright, fine. Let's have a little nap. That was wise of us. We are doing much, much better with our penance here. Good Catholic playthrough. That's what this is going. There is a bountiful well of wisdom in the Bible. Today I have uncovered new meanings in several passages. God has shown me the light. How much penance does my boy have to do before he becomes a good character? More penance? Incredible. I'm not going to read all of these events because nobody really cares about some dude sitting in the dark reading a book. You want to meet... Oh, we've done it. Secluded penance, 200 devotion. Oh, I thought we got good traits out of that. You know what I'm thinking of? That's not penance. That's seclusion, isn't it? You just go into seclusion and there's a chance of gaining traits. Right, okay, fair enough. 200 devotion, though. That's pretty good. Ah. Devotion's gone on a pilgrimage. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. We're not going to do that this episode, though, because we are right up against the limit here. I said I wasn't going to edit the series, and I've ended up editing it a fair amount, so I guess you're welcome. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys like this idea. I hope this is going to be something very, very different we've never seen on the channel before. Catholic, intrigue character, two things I never, ever do. More importantly, we are playing in France as a vassal. Everything's wrong with this campaign. It's truly not one of my campaigns, but we're playing an underdog, so I guess that's something, huh? Thank you for watching. Hope you guys like the idea. And, real shame we didn't get to the Otter Smasher. But I think this is a fairly good compromise. Hey, look, it's a historical immersion project. We've got to play as a historical character like La Baguette. And let's give a shout out to all of the insane top tier level patrons without which this series would not be possible. Hope you guys are enjoying this one, something a little bit different. Consider it a bonus series, because like I said, we've got 2 lots of CK2 going on right now. Big shout out to Zachary Harris, Harik, Sean Thornton, Haydog Sidini, Tim Bragg, Loris, Michael Mullen, Crosis, Vacuous Bacchus, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Tyler Birch, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Pavis Presley, Asuna Kirito, Logan Thorne, Conspired T, Jimbo, Orcs Wolf, Facundo Vasquez, Tom Terry 18, Escape, Average Gamer 419, and Jackson Whitman. Thank you all for your support and the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for keeping things alive. If you've got any hints, by the way, message me on Discord and say, hey, idiot, you're playing a Catholic schema wrong, and then I can adjust accordingly. And a big shout as well to Nathaniel Limburg, Brandon Toniak, Euphrates, Jack Allen, Betimus Max, Panther Pearl, Gabriel Van Ders, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, Joran De Vries, Haji DeMar, Alpha Scuff, Kevin Saunders, Duncan 217, Zach McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Hancock, Sir Thor the Swede, Acero, Nick, Will Wade, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, and Icy the Great. What a list. If you have backed on Patreon in the past few days, the new list should be out very, very soon, within the next couple of days. So hopefully we can start increasing the shout out list some more.